was born in the Congo. I walked to the Fertile Crescent and built the Sphinx. I designed a pyramid so tough that a star that only glows every 100 years falls into the center, giving divine, perfect light. I am bad. I sat on the throne drinking nectar with Allah. I got hot and sent an ice age to Europe to cool my thirst. My oldest daughter is Nefertiti. The tears from my birth pain created the Nile. I am a beautiful woman. I gazed on the forest and burned out the Sahara Desert. With a packet of goat's meat and a change of clothes, I crossed it in 2 hours. I am a gazelle, so swift, you can't catch me. For a birthday present when he was 3, I gave my son Hannibal an elephant. He gave me Rome for Mother's Day. My strength flows ever on. My son Noah built New Ark, and I stood proudly at the helm as we sailed on a soft summer day. I turned myself into myself and was Jesus. Men intone my loving name. All praises, I am the one who would say, I sold diamonds in my backyard. My bowels deliver uranium. The filings from my fingernails are semi-precious jewels. On a trip north, I caught a cold and blew my nose, giving oil to the Arab world. I am so hip, even my errors are correct. I sailed west to reach east and had to round off the earth as I went. The hair from my head thinned and gold was laid across 3 continents. I am so perfect, so divine, so ethereal, so surreal. I cannot be comprehended except by my permission. I mean, I can fly like a bird in the sky.
Greetings. I am Ifayemi Nkoyo Bina Ojuok. I am the founder of Uhuru Mama Maternal Services, and you are with me on Wow Warrior Women Wednesdays podcast. Welcome to all who join in. Today I have a wonderful guest that will be joining me, a sister that is wild in her own reign. She is the founder of Love and Labor Doula Services. She is a mother. She is a spiritual goddess, and she'll be able to tell you all the other things that she does. We are going to be talking about things from her wild warrior journey. Also, because this is Mental Health Month, we'll be talking about some tools and things and just some things going on with mental health for Black women. All right. So those who are here, you're joining me. You join the replay. Go ahead and like, subscribe, hit that notification so you can get any notifications of when I go live or anything with the Uhuru Academy. Please, if you are not a Patreon of the Uhuru Academy, because I am the co-founder for the Uhuru Academy, please join us as a Patreon. Go find us on www.uhuruacademy.com as well. With your Facebook, Instagram, we are all those places. Again, I am here with Sistah Nkechi. She is going to be talking to us about all things her, all things us. And so please join in, please comment, share it with all your friends, and tell everybody, come in, tag others and come in, and let's have a wonderful conversation tonight on Wow Warrior Women's Wednesday. Again, without further ado, let's welcome to the stage Sistah Nkechi Omorinsola. Peace.
Welcome. Peace, sis.
How you doing?
I am well. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
No, it is all my pleasure. Welcome to Wow Warrior Women's Wednesday. I am just ready to get into this thing. But before we do, I want to for you to introduce yourself, and then we're going to pour libation. So think of some Wow Warrior women or some Wow Warrior spirits that you want to shout out to, either personal or in the community. But introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am Nkechi Omorinsola. I am a mother, a wife, a sister, a friend, a spiritual goddess. I am the founder of Labor and Love Doula Services here in North Carolina. I'm an Army veteran. And I wear many hats, as many women do. I wear many hats.
Absolutely.
So It just depends on the day, how we roll, what hat we putting on for the day.
That part, you got that right. You got that right. So, again, welcome. We're going to dive in tonight and just have a great discussion. But before we do, we want to invite those great warrior spirits, that energy that we want to be in this space. So I'm gonna. I have my water. I have my plant, and you going to give me some names of those wow warrior that women that you want to shout out to, or any wow warrior energies that you would like to bring into this space. I will give mine. And those who are joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please put any ancestors in the chat as well, and I'll shout them out for you if you want to shout out and give praise to them. So I'm going to start out with my queen, mother, warrior woman, grandmother, the woman who raised me, Ola Searles. Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe. Who would you like to call in?
Patricia Baber.
Patricia Baber. Ashe.
Ashe. Minnie Amelia Blaine.
Ashe.
Ashe. And all
I'm
of our ancestors that came before us. Just all of
Ashe,
honoring all.
Ashe. I'm
Ashe.
gonna call out my mother, Vicky Jackson. Ashe. I'm gonna
Ashe.
call out Queen Warrior Spirit, Nina Simone. Ashe.
Ashe.
Eartha Kitt. Ashe. Fannie
Ashe.
Lou Hamer. Ashe.
Ashe.
Um, I'm gonna call out Shirley Chisholm. Ashe.
Ashe.
Queen Hatshepsut. Ashe.
Ashe.
Also want to call out to Queen Nzinga. Ashe.
Ashe.
Um, Queen Amina. Ashe. Um,
Ashe.
Queen Nani of the Maroons, Ashe. Um,
Ashe.
Also want to call out Cecilia Fatima, Ashe.
Ashe.
Um, Dr. Maya Angelou, Ashe. Um,
Ashe.
Cicely
Francis.
Tyson, Ashe.
Ashe.
Yes, yes. We call in Miss Whitney Houston into this place. Bring it in.
Ashe.
Yes, Ashe. I also want to shout out to Miss Betty Wright, Ashe. All right.
Ashe.
And anybody else, all the great warrior women, my mother-in-law, Alice Baker. My
Ashe.
I'm gonna say Jesse my mother-in-law, my great mother-in-law, got it. Jessie Mae Williams, I say,
Ashe.
I say, and all those great warrior women, we bring that energy into this place. I say, I
Ashe.
say, I say,
Ashe.
oh, I say. So enter into this place, be with us, great ancestors, great and Gugu. We call you in the spirit guides, all those, the
Yes.
Orishas, oh yeah, Oshun, Yemo, yeah. I would just
Ashe.
call you in, and we just give thanks to you, and we just ask that you be with us today, so that you can guide the words that we come out of our mouth, and so we can be about the
Ashe.
things that we need to be about. All right, all right. So let's get this conversation started.
Ashe.
Yes. So I started this podcast because the spirit gave it to me a couple years ago in light for Black August, and great warrior spirits of Fanny Shakur, and those who are still with us, Asada Shakur, Angela Davis, the women of that nature, and it was just my honor. This is my honor to them, a way to give payback and just honor them in the
Ashe.
things that they've done for us, to be here, for me to be able to speak in this space proudly and for surely of who I am in my body in this place. So that's why Wild Warrior Women was started, and it's a place for us women who stepped outside of the box of what society is deemed as where we should be, where who
Right.
we are as women, as Black women here in America. And this is a space where you're able to just give testimony about your journey, the things that you're doing, your path, and just maybe perhaps someone will be able to glean a little light, glean some tools, glean some great knowledge and wisdom from your journey. So I wanted to welcome all the sisters that I knew that were around me. I'm surrounded by great warrior women, and so when I met you through a wonderful mutual sister of mine. She's your family, and when I met you, you were talking and just your energy. I was like, oh yeah, that's my sister. Is
Yes.
a warrior sister, and I love your energy. You always come direct and correct, and you're all about your family. You're about the nation, the community that you're a part of, and you you implement yourself where is needed, and that just speaks so much of your character and of who you are. I see how you walk with your family, how your children, and how you move, and just I wanted to make sure I gave you a space where you shared who you were and about your journey, and you also are on a journey of making sure Black women are able to birth in a safe place, that you are
Yeah.
an advocate, their voice for them, that they have the peace and power, that they be empowered with the things that they need in order to bring forth life onto this side of earth. So I mean, again, we connect in so many ways. So I want to give you that space. I want to welcome those who are on here with me. I give thanks to you again. Like, share, subscribe. Please tag your friends, bring them in, tell all women, even for men, come in and join us in this beautiful conversation. Welcome to Leslie Smith. Welcome to Muania Edo. I give thanks for you guys for taking time out of your evening and joining in and just listening in, and give your energy, lend us your energy as well. So Sister Nkechi,
Yes.
first of all, I know that's not the name you were given, because I wasn't given the name Nkoyo. What made you, what does your name mean? And what made you decide to correct your name or to take on another name besides the one that your mother gave you?
It spirit led me to it. I've always been known by my given name.
Yes.
But once I started my spiritual journey, it just felt like, okay, something needed to change. You're
Right.
on this journey. You're gaining the knowledge. You're able to assist others on their journey.
Hmm.
And it was just a calling. Ancestors were
Yeah.
like, you need to change this, just to give that extra energy push behind me, um,
Right. Right.
because we are our names. A lot
Right.
of
Right.
times, if you're not, um, if you're in a good space, people know you by your name.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
you are your name. So Nkechi was given to me at the beginning of this year,
Hmm.
um, and it means. I knew you were going to ask me that. Oh gosh, I have it somewhere, but I don't, I can't
That's
off the top
fine.
of my head right
That's,
now give it
that's
to you.
fine. That's
But
fine.
this was my second given name, along this spiritual journey,
Right.
and
Right.
I love it. I love it. I love
Yes,
it.
yes. It essentially, it means the one who you come in and you do the things that are needed to be done. You could, and you're correcting those things within your lineage, within your family, your bloodline, and you take on the
Yes.
role of I'm here to make those things happen that need to be done. Essentially, that's what it means.
Yes.
And I know this because I was there when she got the name.
Yes.
So so she's right. I knew she knew I was gonna ask it, but that and it befits you so much because that's what you do. You come in and you get
Yeah.
in the
Thank you.
space and you are like, okay, what needs to be done? I'm going to go do it without being asked, without being prompted. You're there to fill in those gaps where needed, and that it speaks so much of your character. And just speaking of that, this is a part of your journey, and what got you on the journey of just defining for yourself the things that need to be done, that you decided it need to be done. When did you know that you were different, with that you were wild, that you were a warrior?
It was about maybe 15, 16 years ago.
Hmm.
Um, I was in the church,
Hmm.
grew up in church.
Hmm.
And it's just things that I had questions about that weren't being answered.
Hmm.
And it was always go here, go here, go here. And my spirit led me to find my own personal journey,
Right.
whatever that looked like. I don't. Um, I take bits and pieces from each part of my journey,
Yes.
that have gotten me to where I am today. So
Yes.
just that calling, that inner listening to that inner calling. Learn
Yes.
over the years that you need to listen to that, because
Yes.
it's not going anywhere.
Right.
It's
Right.
going to be there. So
And
tapping into that and just letting it lead me on this journey.
I say, when I like to define the word wild and the words wild and warrior, just to give a definitive understanding of why I named it what it was, named it, and why I decided to choose these words. And wild has been deemed as someone or something that is untamed, something that has, that is, free to roam, something has that has been untouched by cultured, supposedly cultured society,
Right.
something that has not been cultivated, as they say. You say you're uncultivated or you're uncultured, so you're wild, which is good for me. It's like, don't touch me, don't change me, let me be
Right.
who I
Don't
be.
put me in your box.
Yes, don't put me in your box because I'm a fight my way out
Tear that box
every
up.
time. Every time. So that's, Webster's definition of wild is just that. And warrior, they say, is someone who stands up for their nation, or is someone who protects, or someone who fights for someone or something. But warrior also, I dug a little deeper. Warrior is someone that is a strategist, someone who decides. Most time we think warriors are someone that's unleashed, that somebody's being puppeted or sent somewhere, and that they go out and they just destruction and destroy. But no, warriors decide to do and be who they are, and decide to do what they do, and it's very strategic of who they are and how they move. That's a warrior is someone who decides that they have something that they want to fight for, they want to defend and protect. That's a warrior, and they do what needs to be done unemotionally, unattached to what, things that may deem like, oh, you're not consciously or whatever, but they do what need to be done. And I think a lot, as Black women, especially Black women, in America, we we've been in that role of warriorship. We've had to do things that we may not have wanted to do, or we may not have been in position to do, but we've decided that needs to be done. I'm going to step in, and I'm going to take on the role of protecting my family, protecting my people, myself. So that's why I brought this here. It's like, because as Black women, we need to have a space, a safe space, where we're able to just be us, and to
Right.
give our journey as we see fit, not someone else. We have to control that narrative. So what narrative that was it that you had to control? Where what was some things that maybe along your life, even within childhood, that you said, you know what, I'm different, or I need to change this, or I need to fight a combat against this, or I need to protect this? What would can you give me some instances or experiences within your life that has led you to this path where you are now?
So just being who I am. I'm a dark skinned girl.
Mm-hmm.
Um, growing up, not really understanding why this person didn't like this skin.
Mm-hmm.
Not understanding racism and all of that.
Right.
So just knowing that I am along the journey, I had to learn that I am strong. I
Right.
am
Right.
a warrior. I am
Right.
not just a mother. I'm
Right.
not just this.
Right.
And being able to tap into that, the feminine side.
Right.
Because like you said, a lot of times we have to take on those roles that we don't want to.
Yeah.
Being strong all the time. Um, and stepping into roles that we typically wouldn't have to step into.
Mm-hmm.
So just knowing that I can do it, and just because someone says that I can't do it, I'm gonna do it anyways. Just because,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
just because you think I shouldn't do it, I'm gonna do it anyways.
Right.
Um, but just growing up, I mean, there's different situations. Being in the military,
Mm-hmm.
being the only Black female in a unit or in a platoon,
Mm.
and having to stand my ground, and to
Right.
protect me, um, even being in the military. So
Right.
there's different, um, I say, pages in my journey
Right.
that have gotten me to where I am today. And just knowing that, and being able to instill that in my children, so
Right.
they don't have to go through the things that I experienced, or
Right.
they at least have the tools and be equipped to be
Yes.
able to
That
protect
part.
themselves
That part.
and know when and where to use those tools.
I say. What position did you hold in the military, and what branch of military did you go into?
I was in the Army. I was a 92 Alpha, which is logistics. I had several different positions in the military, or I should
Oh,
say jobs in the military.
okay.
But my documented job was logistics.
Okay. Okay. All right. Um, what did how with you having to stand your ground, were there things that you pulled from being in the service that really empowered you to be that leader, be in the role of being a warrior, whatever? Or did you, like you said, you had to, fight to stand your ground? Were there things that you got from that? What was your experience like, somewhat, if you don't mind?
So it was just being in the in a male dominant unit. I won't
Hmm.
say field, I'd say unit.
Hmm.
And just and them not looking like me.
Right.
So having to stand up to let them know, hey, I can do this job, if not better than you.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so it for me, the takeaway from all of that is my work ethic. Um, because people look at what you do more than what you say.
Right.
So
Right.
if this person is out here doing all the talking, typically they're not the ones working.
Okay.
So just that work ethic and being able to stand up for myself and know that I can do this, and helping someone else along the way, pulling someone else along with me, if
Right.
need be.
Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay, welcome to those that are here. Our sister Ifatumisha Oshuntola. Welcome, sis.
Welcome, welcome.
Yes, 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 yes. We welcome everyone that is here again. We appreciate you joining in. For those who are just joining in, you're joining in the Wild Warrior Women's Wednesdays podcast. And my guest today is Sister Nkechi Omorinsola. And so we welcome her, and she's talking about her journey along as a wild warrior woman. And I will be talking about a little bit about tools for mental health month, and we're talking about some tools of mental health. Who were some of the women that you watched growing up that you were able to pull from, and they empowered you to walk in your wild warriorness?
Definitely my mother.
Awesome.
My mother, Michelle Brick Cross,
Mhm.
my aunts, Leslie, my aunt Crystal. Those were the prominent figures in my life that, as women,
Right.
that just watching them move and taking care of their families and the things that they had to do to make sure that their families had. Um, my mother's best friend, Miss Kathy Bailout, she's the one that introduced me into the African, um, knowing my African roots and
Ah.
different things that we did. And she has a Watts house, where she takes troubled youth and she
Mhm.
works with them, and just helping them understand to where they came from and
Right.
where that path that they need to take, as Black men, as Black women, just giving them the tools to be able to
Oh,
succeed.
dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. It's good to have someone, even if it's that one person that's able to open your eyes to
Yes.
broaden your horizons, outside of your scope of sight, or your community, or your household. So that's beautiful, so that you know that there's more out there than what's right before you. So that's dope, for it to come
Right.
from inside of your family. um
Yes.
yeah, that's dope. What do you do as far when you are, because you are, let me go back over labor of love, let me put that up there, you are labor of love. What your services entail, what and how do you allow your wild warriorness to come out, and do you impart some of that to your clients, to your mamas?
So as the a doula, we are there to support the mothers,
Hmm.
before birth,
Hmm.
during pregnancy,
Hmm.
during labor, and some support as postpartum.
Right.
So just making sure they understand they have a voice and
Yes.
they set the tone for their
Yes.
birth.
Yes.
Um, knowing what their options are. You don't have to go with what the doctor says. You make the choice as to how you
Right.
want your child to come on earth side.
I say.
And just being in that room, listening, advocating for my clients, um, and like I said, just making sure that I am that voice for them if they
Right.
don't have a voice or not comfortable with their voices.
Right.
Um, so as far as imparting, so I do let them know who I am, where I come from, my background.
Mm-hmm.
I try to make it about them
Mm-hmm.
and letting them know where I stand and what I'm here for them.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so in a sense, I do as a mother,
Yes. First and foremost.
just who I
Yes.
am, especially young mothers, young new mothers.
Yes.
Um, just making sure that they have the tools, or at least know where the resources are to get those tools that they need
I
to be
say.
successful, and
I
letting
say.
them know that it's okay. We fail. We're
Right.
not all perfect.
Mm-hmm.
We have hiccups. We got bumps in the road. As long as you know that there's somebody here that you can talk to.
I say. I say. Wonderful. And within that, what made you come to the conclusion that that's what you wanted to do? This is the role that I want to take, along my journey, this part of my journey. What made you go into the role of doula?
I'm a nurturer.
Hmm.
I am the one that will, like you said, step in where needed.
Yes.
And there's a need, especially in the Black community. We are more likely to die after childbirth,
Yes.
especially our young mothers.
Yes.
That, like I said, that they don't feel like they have a voice,
Yes.
and they don't know. They
Right.
may not know that they can say, "Okay, I don't like this" or "Don't want that."
Right.
But just knowing that there's a need, and I'm
Yes.
able to step in
Mm-hmm.
and help our sisters, like you said, bringing our children earthside.
I say, and that's important. We, Black women's voices have been um, stifled for so long, to
Yes.
where if we speak up, we feel we're embarrassed, we're shamed, we're shameful, we feel almost guilty for speaking up and
Mhm.
standing our ground. So it's important to have an advocate or a sister friend or that support system that says yes, it's okay to speak up for yourself. It's okay to demand what you want and to ask questions. It's not
Right.
even ask
Yes.
ask questions, because you know what you want. We've been given everything we need to do in order to birth, to bring,
Birth. Yeah.
to create a child. Before we even birth, we're creating that being, and then we've been given everything to birth that child and to take care of it once it's here. We haven't been, we've been um our voices have been stifled, our
Right.
intuition and our gut has been pushed down so much to where we're unsure of ourselves. So we need that reassurance to say, yes, you got this. Everything you need is right here with you. And I'm here with you to remind you of those things that you got. Listen to yourself and your voice. So it's great to have that support, that advocacy that you supply. And man, we need so many more. I am an active traditional midwife. I'm practicing. I'm still getting things. I study, and I still am under apprenticing under other midwives. But my goal is to bring back that energy, that power, that force of our granny midwives that were
Okay.
here before us, and that they ushered in life. They nourished the life, and they didn't just support the mother and the baby. They supported the whole family. And so
Ashe.
that's what my goal is. So I'm always energized when I have a fellow sister coming in, and she's taking on that role of being an advocate, a support, and for our mamas and things, and for our families, especially the Black families, and those of the South as well, because we need to be heard. We need to understand. We need to hear ourselves as well, so that we can
Ashe.
even speak. So I love it. I'm grateful and appreciative that you decided to take on that role, and that you wanted to guide and help others. What are some things that, as as a woman that stepped outside the box. I heard you say earlier, you said as a dark skinned woman, a sister, that was something that, you know, it was shunned upon you. You would, you know, you were looked at as, oh, you probably was, you know, less than because you was dark skinned. How did you come out of that? How did you know that and you know, it's not even an in spite or despite, you know, in spite of who it is, a who I am, and you gonna listen and hear me. How did you get that energy and that power to be able to stand up for yourself?
Just speaking to myself. Once I learned, got my foot into my history,
Hmm.
it was just speaking to myself and understanding that my words are powerful.
Awesome.
I have to reach me before I can reach anyone else. I
Absolutely.
have to believe what I'm saying before anybody else will believe what I'm saying. So
Right.
just speaking over myself and especially once I had children, that was very important so that they, like I said before, they didn't go through the things
Hmm.
that I went through.
Right.
Understanding that they will have those, but like I said, making sure that they have the tools that, and they can speak over themselves when they
Hmm.
do have that doubt within themselves.
Right, 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 right. Wonderful. And that's a key thing. And uh, we're gonna take a quick break and come back so that we can talk about some tools to help, especially with this being in honor of Mental Health Month. Some tools that help us mentally, emotionally, to be able to stay fortified, to be able to withstand the things of life, withstand the society, things that are coming towards us. We're in a world full of information, full of people with opinions, full of the
Yeah,
council culture and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And so
yeah.
we have to be able to fight that stuff off. And so we'll talk about once we come back. And then I'm going to work this. Y'all bear with me now. Technology is, you know, becoming my best friend. But we're going to see if I can bring this in and share screen and see if I got what I need to have up. And I think I've taken it off what I was supposed to bring up myself. I think I messed up at one
That's all right.
place.
That's all right.
I'm just gonna take a moment. Baba Mean's gonna come in here and help me. So y'all just stay by his side. Y'all see his beautiful face. Because when I did something and took away, I want to play a video and just in we're talking about names, we're talking about affirming yourself. And this is a video that he and I did, and it's why
Yeah,
who you are.
it's still a lot of debate about who we are. Cats arguing, we ain't African, we ain't black, we ain't this, we ain't that. Man, truth is, we all of that. Cause all of that come from us, you know what I'm saying? It's all about where you gon' fit in. Yeah. Yo, what's your name? You an African, an American, or an Israelite? Black or more, Muhammad, or a provocateur? What the business like? You Malcolm X by any means. Chief Turner, Dr. King, keep a burner, you repeat. Look at me, who you see? I'm Garvey when I rap a bar. Every line is a blacker star. I'm Master Far cause I understand who these crackers are. Nat Turner's my avatar. My attitude so desolate. I'm a mocking dog, these motherfuckers. Dr. Cotton, these Europeans know what I mean. I'm Farrakhan, never will I run. Robert Williams, nigga with a gun. George and Jonathan Jackson, Dr. Joseph Ben, Yakanan. Show and prove like Dr. Clark. I'm a goon cause I got the heart. I'm Dubois cause I'm hella smart. I'm Denzel cause I got the part. I'm Bianchi, Sutton Kufu, Mansa Musa, Shaka Zulu. I'm with Mia, I'm with Tulu. If I was Jesus, what would you do? I'm a Negro and I'm colored. I'm your nigga and your brother. Yeah, I kill you, but I love you. Accept your own and reject the other. What's your name?
What's your name? And why don't you now know what your name was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he take it? What tongue did you speak? How did the man take your tongue? Where's your history? How did the man wipe out your history? What did the man do to make you a tongue?
What's your name? It's the Chigaboo, it's a Porsche month.
pockets and Sambo. It's an Oreo, maybe revolution is just too much for the handle. I ain't carrying no scandal. I ain't scary, I am. Harry up with a candle. Time to pick up the mantle. I'm a son to Wop and Queen of Zinga. Nefertiti and Queen Amina. Hashtashet and the Queen of Sheba. She thinks she God, please believe her. Name is Osada, great escape. Angela Davis, deep state. Winnie Mandela, refuse to break. I'm animate, refuse to hate. I see straight through cause I'm late today. Miss Fanny Lou, I got things to say. Miss Shirley Chisholm, I paved the way. The homie queen came to slay. Better Shabazz, I mean my Malcolm. Black love is the only outcome. I won't stop until y'all have some. I might set this shit gon' happen. I'm on shoe, come bless the altar. I'm Nivea, I bless Walter. I'm on Lacuna, I drop my daughter. I'm Oya, I cannot falter. I'm the one to give birth to stars. Masterful, how I work these bars. Series B to the earth to Mars. KOS, reverse for stars. Show now.
And why don't you now know what your meaning was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he take it? What gun did you see? How did the man take your gun? Where is your history? How did the man wipe out your history? What did the man do to make you as dumb as you are right now?
What's your name? Welcome Black, welcome Black. I'm Ifayemi Nkoyo. You are here with me and my esteemed guest, Nkechi Omorinsola, and this is Wild Warrior Women's Wednesday. All right, we give thanks. I give thanks for all you guys who decided to stay on with us and come in and share your story and listen to our story. I'm gonna add her back and because man, that was fire. I love that. What's your name? Baba Malcolm X asking a great question, asking a question about what did they do? What did the man do to make you as dumb as you are right now? Ooh. And it's not dumb in the sense of intelligence, but in dumb in the sense that you're not moving. There's no action with who we are and what we're saying. Where's the action? What happened? What do we need to do in order to get back into that place where as women, Black women, we take the stand. We rule the nation like we rule our home. Because you know, the Black woman's home is her domain, baby. We the queen of this.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, so what are we going to do in order to translate that to the outside of our household? You know what I'm saying? So I am as a Black woman, and like I said, as a practicing traditional midwife, as a practicing I'm a licensed doula, the D word, support, perinatal support is what I like to use because my great mentor, she's an ancestor now, Nana Siti Opio. She said, doula is a Hebrew slave term for woman slave. You are a slave to no one, not even to your egungun, your ancestors. You are a servant. You are a guide. And so no shade to anyone who used that term, but I'm just giving preference and giving understanding of what that is and why I say I'm using perinatal special or birth support. But that is so key when we decide who we are and we know who we are and we use those terminologies like Baba Malcolm said. What's your name? What would you be called? What are you answering to? What are you allowed to be given to you? And so I started, and let me see if I can do a good job with presenting where I'm supposed to present. I'm good because I want to bring up about my I'm gonna get it one day. But right now, I need my producer to show me where I'm gonna share. But I think it's a Uhuru Mama. I think it's right here, and I'm gonna share. And I think I'm doing bam. This bring my cursor over here to scroll. All right, and this is Uhuru Mama, maternal and wellness services is what I offer. This is my ministry. This is my giving back, my philanthropy. I'm giving back to my sisters, to my young sisters, to my the women in my life or not in my life. I offer all services from fertility. If you want to trying to get the baby, create the baby, I help with that. Womb work. If you just want a healthy womb, I'm here to help you with that. And then the pregnancy, you know,
Okay.
throughout that time, throughout the pregnancy, I'm here for you. And then, of course, through that birth, I can come to the hospital, be there with you. I can be at home with you. I can be at the birthing center, wherever you choose. I'm there with you. And I have to say, I just delivered. I was here. I delivered my a baby on our grounds, of our family grounds where we are. I delivered a sister with her husband, and it was so beautiful. I get so invigorated when people get excited about things, you know, certain things excite them. That excites me. I see you see the blood, you see the things, the different thing, but that is, I love it. I'm just so pleased to be able to be in the space to be able to assist.
It's amazing. It
Oh,
is
it's
so amazing.
amazing to see
Amazing.
us bring life
Yeah.
into this place, and to see your support system there with you, supporting you, to watch how those dynamics, how it go, is beautiful. And to see a mama as she transitions, and as from
Yeah.
one place to another, one space to another, is beautiful. And I enjoy it. I
It,
could do to the day I transition. I will be bringing life into this world, with the assistance, not bringing it, because I'm done bringing life on my
yeah.
own. Assisting him,
Assisting.
like, let me maybe preface answers. I don't want that. Universe. They ain't what I said. Not for myself, for others. I will do this until the day the Egungun call me home. I love it. Let me make sure I remove. Bam, there we are. Woo! I'm getting it, y'all.
Look at you.
Getting it.
Look at you.
Yes, my sister Nuru Fulani, my sister from another mister, my twin flame. I thank you for joining in. We got brother Obafemi in. Yes, and come in. There's another brother, powerful brother, who brings life and wealth through gardening, through bringing food, and through his ministry of rap and the words that he put out. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. My sister Tria, the DA Ashe Society in Florida, come in. I give thanks for you being here. I'm putting up the comments. Bobby, know when we doing our show, I be more in tune to the comments than I am in the show. So forgive me, because I be like, I want everybody to be able to see their comments. I
Yeah.
want everybody to see what they're saying. But while I'm doing it, I want to transition in, because we're talking about mental health, and you were talking about standing firm and speaking to yourself. What does that look like or sound like for someone who don't know speaking to yourself? Because they sit here speaking to yourself, they're like, oh, she crazy. The old folks used to say, baby, it's all right to speak to
Right.
yourself a little bit. Even the answer, sometimes they used to say don't
Mhm.
answer, but I was like, I'm gonna
Yeah, I got
answer.
an answer.
I gotta answer. So what does that look like for you? What is it? What are some tools when you're talking about speaking to yourself?
So we speak to ourselves whether we want to admit it or not.
Hmm.
That voice in your head always tells you what's right and what's wrong. Listening to that voice, that intuition, that innate voice that's there. It took me a while to listen to that. And once I tapped into it and I listened, you have never steered me wrong.
Right,
I had to give recognition to that, that my inner voice has never led me wrong.
right.
But it doesn't mean, even if you are sitting in a room just talking to yourself,
Hmm.
it's okay. Get in
Right,
front of a mirror and talk to
right.
yourself.
That's right.
Speak affirmations over yourself.
Yes,
Speak your words are very powerful.
yes.
Um and just speaking life into yourself, because we get in our heads as women.
Mm-hmm.
Um we don't think we're good enough. We don't
Hmm.
think we're enough.
Right, right.
But we are so many things to others when you need to be what you need.
That's right.
Give to yourself, speak to
Right.
yourself.
That's right.
I always tell people, women, be selfish. It's okay to be selfish.
It's
It's
okay.
okay to be selfish
Self-full.
with yourself.
Yes. Yes.
And no is a complete sentence
Okay. Let me put that in the chat.
without
And
explanation.
oh, okay. It's a complete sentence, baby. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
So listen to that inner voice. That inner voice will always guide you.
Right.
Um,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And speaking of that inner voice, is important when you give when you speak what you hear from yourself, you're empowering that inner voice. You're giving it more
Yes.
energy and more power, because it's been suppressed for so long. You don't trust it. You don't trust
Right.
it. So when you listen and you actually give voice to it, it gets stronger and stronger. And in the Yoruba tradition, in Ifa, we say that's our ori. That's our
Mhm.
head. That's our we are going to give way to that, because that's our number one guidance. That's our number one Orisha. That's our number one spirit
I
guide.
say.
That's the first thing we hear. And that's the only thing we really hear within here. Everything else is external. You know what I'm saying?
I
And,
say.
and so we have to give way to that voice, like, when Ike was telling animator, sing from the gut,
From the
anime. That's
gut.
from that gut is the
Listen.
seat of
Yeah.
our soul. That's the seat of our intuition. So we got to give way to that. And you're right. No is a complete sentence, honey. And I want to make sure I put it up there. It is a complete sentence. It's okay. It's the beginning and the end. No. And you don't
Exactly.
have to give any explanation to that at all. And when you're coming from the heart, and when you're speaking it to someone who say that they love you, they claim they love you. If they love you and they care for you, they will
They will
understand, move on,
understand.
and they will move
Yes.
on. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
ma'am. Yes,
So
they will.
mental health month, and I want those that are here with me also put in the chime in the comments some mental health tools that will help any of our sisters to be able to get through the day, and to get through working through. We got so many big words that we're learning here, but the mother wound, and our shadow self, and the angry vaginas and things like that. But just specific some things that we could do. And I know for me, some things that help me, because I only speak when I get on these platforms. When I come and I talk to people, I'm only speaking from my experience. I don't speak what I hear,
Yes.
what I've read. It's from what I've taken those things that I've heard and read, and I've applied it to them myself, so I know they work. And so what worked for me, I'm gonna give it to you, and hopefully it works for you. But I know some things that helped me has been me sitting with a feeling and just trying to figure out. First, acknowledging and saying, yeah, that feeling's
Yes.
here.
That's it. Acknowledging it is the
Because
first
sometimes
step.
I feel like I want to be a bit. Yes, you being that in Nkoyo, you are
Yes, I
being
got you.
it.
I got
And then, okay, figure out why. Why are you feeling that way? And then when I figure out why, when I get some understanding of why, okay, it irks me, or I feel, you get to the root, I feel unheard, or I feel attacked, or I feel disrespected. Why you feel disrespected? Was it something they actually said or did? Do you think it was intentional, or is a perception that you are bringing into this space? And why do you have that perception? And I have to go back and be like, because so and so did this, or I
yeah,
didn't get
yeah.
heard, or I didn't get heard when I was younger, or I was violated and no one protected me. I have to go back. And so when I go back, and then I was like, all right. So then I go back to whoever it is. Most of the time, it's probably gonna be my husband, because he's my friend, he my ride or die, he my all this. So I'll be like, baby, I'm sorry.
They
I
get it
did this
all.
because
They
so
get
and
it
so,
all.
and I begin to explain why I did that. It doesn't make it right, but I let them know I'm working on that, and I'll try not to let that happen again. And so that's my journey. One thing I do is just sit with it. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't try to
Right.
excuse it away.
Use it, ignore it, put it in the
No,
back on the back burner.
right.
No,
No,
deal with it.
no. So that's one thing that I like to do. And another thing that I like to do is that I um I like to go by myself and be quiet, especially if I'm feeling ornery. I don't feel like talking to nobody. I wake up. I mean, used to always say, well, when I wake up, because I'm not a morning person. I haven't
Not
been.
at all. Not at
Haven't
all.
been. I'm working to get there, because I love the mornings. If I accidentally get up early and I'm like, "Ooh, it's nice there in the morning time," and I enjoy it, but to get there is a it's work. So I wake up sometimes one mornings. My husband, he's real chipper and buttery and butterfly, and hey, babe, how you doing?
Mm-mm.
Be like,
Mm-mm.
okay, what ancestor? Who on you today? Who are you
Right.
today? And I used to get offended and be like, excuse me? And then I'll be like, okay, well, maybe I am an ancestor. Maybe it is someone that is here. Then I was like, no, this is just where I am. This is no more, this is me. I take
Right.
ownership. I just need some time. Give me that time, and then I'll come around. And so I have to be able to speak and be like in a loving and affirming way, be like, good morning, give me a moment, and I'm gonna be good. This ain't got nothing,
Good.
but give me
Right.
a moment. And I have to get up and I go greet the sun. I'm gonna go walk outside, get in my garden. I'm gonna go make me some tea. I'm going to do whatever it is. If a lot of people like to smoke their coffee, smoke their herb. I mean, smoke their cigarettes, smoke their herb, and drink their coffee. I drink my tea, and I might smoke a little something. But this is my way of getting in touch with who I am. I'm embracing where I am right at this moment, and then I can move through it. It don't last long. I'm not hungry
Right.
all the time, and I don't
Right.
stay there. I just got to figure out what it is and why, and then move past it. So that is key. It's definitely keys for me. So can you tell me some other ways that you get yourself, that you affirm yourself or get yourself together, or how you deal with yourself when you're in a space?
So just sitting in, like you said, sitting in that that feeling.
Hmm.
I'm learning that I need that time to myself.
Right,
Um, so
right.
going from a single mother, having the children, doing everything, to now having a husband, doing having another person in there.
Yep.
So not necessarily butting heads, but I am just do it and get it done.
Right,
I don't ask for help.
right.
Doing it and getting it done. So just learning that I do have that helpmate. I know he will do it,
That's
but
big.
just me learning that I do have that helpmate and I don't have to do everything. So
That's big.
learning that I get overstimulated.
Yes.
Didn't understand why I was reacting the way that I was reacting, and
Hmm.
just learning that now, okay, you get overstimulated. So you
Yes.
need that time to go away, sit by yourself. You're
Right.
not mad. I'm not upset. I just need that
No.
time to myself. And
Abs-
like I said before, no is a complete sentence.
yes.
I'm not
Yes.
doing it. I learned that I am comfortable with me
Hmm.
and being in my own space by
Yes.
myself.
Yes.
I
I
don't
say.
need a bunch of people. I love my sisters, and if I need them, I can reach out and say, "Hey, sis, I need to talk."
Right.
But just being comfortable in my space, and like you
Absolutely.
said, acknowledging those feelings and acknowledging why, and
Right.
being able to maneuver and address
Yes.
those feelings at
Absolutely.
some point.
Yes, without putting them on someone else. You don't have to put that
Right.
on anyone else. That's yours to hold, and you just got to work that out. And I love what you're saying, being coming from being a single mom and being that all, that end all,
You
doing
know,
everything, and then to come and connecting with a mate. That was one of my biggest things too, because my husband is a big problem solver. He loves, if you talk to him about something, be ready to get the solution. You might just want to be able to vent and be negative, Debbie down. You just want to he
yeah,
gonna come with the solution. So he gonna shut all that down. I'll be like, nah, I'm not gonna talk to you no more. This is not what I wanted.
it's
But
not what I wanted. I just
this
want you
is
to
not
listen to me.
I just need you to listen. Let me talk and be messy or good, whatever for a moment. But I had to learn who he was as well. And so that's key when you said understanding that you have someone to collaborate with. You have someone that's going to be there to take on some of that stuff, that you don't have to do it anymore. My name
Right.
in Nkoyo means woman who can do all things, but that don't mean I have to do all things. I do not. So I had to really work hard in delegating and delegating.
Yes,
And I'm a fire
that is
sign.
it.
Okay. And I'm an Aries. So I just want to do everything. I want to be in control. I want to do it like this because I know it's gonna be done
Listen,
right. If
I know
I
it's gonna be done right. Right. I'm a
so
Virgo, so I done already
right.
thought 10 steps ahead. I know
Yes.
it's gonna be right when I do it. So just
Yes.
understanding that you have that helpmate, you
That's right.
have somebody there to
That's right.
take things off of your plate.
That's right.
So yeah,
And allowing them to
just
do that.
acknowledging it.
That's right.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sister Ifatumishe says daily affirmations for self is key. Sister said
Okay.
positive affirmations, of course. Nuru said taking time throughout the day and monitoring your breath. And we don't understand. We have this physical body that works in a
Mm,
intricate way for a reason. It's not just that's automatic. You have to be in tune with it and know when you got your shoulders humped up and you breathing
yep.
shallow. You're not breathing. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
shoot, let them shoulders down and breathe.
I've realized that also, that I catch myself. When the last time you took a deep breath?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
just being aware of your breath.
Yes. And it makes
I
such
love
a
it.
huge difference. And Noor also said, don't be afraid to spend time alone. Like you said, spending time with
Hmm.
yourself is good because you got to get in to know you. And a lot of times, a lot of Black women are getting to know themselves for the first time in a
Yes.
long time because we haven't been allowed to be who we were. And so getting to know yourself is really key. um EI says self accountability goes a long way as well. We're responsible for our healing and mental health where we are able to be. This is
I
where
should.
we are. We're responsible, nobody else. Now we can get some assistance, but we are
Right.
ultimately responsible for putting that stuff into action and being
I
committed
should.
to it. You know what I'm saying? So I give thanks for those who are putting in those things that we need in order, those tools for each other, because somebody's gonna get on here and be like, oh, let me try that. I didn't think about that. And it's a great reminder as well to do that. Like I said, I go through the damn and like, oh, why my shoulders so tight? And you're like, oh, that's why. Get release. Like they said in different words, relax, relate,
Nice.
release. You know what I'm saying? Release. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite episodes. But yes, that is key. So and some other things that I would say is, like you said, delegating, getting help, going for help, reaching out for help is okay. Don't hold it in here. Once you figure it out, it's okay. Journaling is big.
Journaling is a big one too.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I remember that I used to journal all the time as a youth, as a young woman. I would journal, but it became my a weapon for others to use against me. They would read it,
Mm,
they would use it, and so I stopped journaling. And
mm,
I realized I was like, why is it so hard for me to journal? It's been years that I've been trying to really consistently journal, and I figured out why. I was like, I was traumatized. I don't want it to be weaponized. I don't want anybody to read my thoughts and take offense to what I'm saying. These are my feelings, my thoughts. I'm not putting it on you. It may be about you, but that don't mean this is what I think of you, or I'm saying that I'm gonna kill you or anything like that. These are my thoughts, so don't take them and then throw them back in my face as though that don't take it personal. So I'm really getting
right.
back into the space where I'm comfortable with journaling and putting my words to paper so that I can get that out. But for those out there who have that space, please try journaling, writing down things.
It
Oh,
helps a lot.
yes,
It helps a lot.
poetry, poetry.
Because we're in our head so much throughout the
Yes,
day. Something
yes,
triggers something, and then it
yes,
festers, it keeps going. So
yes.
journaling, it gets it out of your head and
Hmm.
on that paper, and you're
Yes,
able to move on to the next thing.
to the next
So
thing.
journaling is very helpful.
I say absolutely. And you can write in poetry, dancing. I love to dance, baby. I don't like to
Yeah.
exercise, but I'm a dance. I'm gonna put me some music. I'm gonna dance, baby. I don't care if it's some doodoo brown. I'm a doodoo brown. I'm a I'm a doodoo brown. Or it might be some Sade.
Look,
It might be some Beyonce already. I
listen
move forever.
here.
But I'm gonna dance away and when I'm done, I'm like, yes, I feel great. Getting in the sun, touching,
Hmm.
planting your feet in the grass, your hands in the grass. I love to get outside. My husband will
Yeah.
tell you, baby, summertime is coming and school about to be over. I'm gonna be outside
Outside in that sun.
all day,
Yes.
all day. Fine. Okay. So I really, those are some great tools that I've learned for myself, and that I hope that others can take and they can apply, or they can pass off to someone else that may need it. Sister
Yes.
Nuru, Ifatumisha said, good music is good. Good music is
Yes.
so healing for the soul. Sometimes just the instrumentals. That is, she is right,
Hmm.
because I listen to jazz. I listen to just some frequency sounds in nature. Sounds
Yes.
is good. So you are absolutely right. Um, I want to be respectful of your time, so I don't want to hold you to. We're gonna probably be another 10 minutes, but I want to let
Fine.
everybody
Take your
know
time. Take your time, sis.
that we are here. We're just talking about our journeys as wild warrior women. I want to ask what is a takeaway that someone that you can give, if you can give any information, any uh words or key knowledge that you can give to anyone as a wild woman, someone coming into the wild warriorness, what would be something that you would give?
So two things. One is you don't always have to be strong.
Right.
It's okay to be weak.
Yeah, to be vulnerable.
To be
Yes.
vulnerable. Yes,
Yes.
it's okay. Because as women, we take on so much that
Yes.
we don't take time for ourselves.
Ashe.
So it's okay to be weak, or
Mm.
like you said, vulnerable. Let's take
Yes.
that word back. Vulnerable.
Yes.
Um,
We
it's
ain't weak,
okay.
baby. We ain't weak.
Listen, not
And
at
then
all.
okay, and then a lot of people confuse vulnerability with being
The
weak. So
weak,
I
right?
understand why
Right.
you say it, but vulnerability just means being in that safe space, being comfortable to be able to allow yourself to be nurtured by someone else,
Right. And lean on your sisters. Um, like
Yes.
the say, find your tribe. Um,
Yes.
I found my tribe. I love y'all. I love every last one of y'all.
Too.
So leaning on your sisters.
Right.
You're not the only woman going through something, and I
Yes.
had to learn that. I
Yes.
kept so much in. Once I opened up a little bit and started letting other women in, other than my family,
Hmm.
I realized like, oh, you're not the only one going through this. Somebody else
Yes.
went through this, and this is
Yes.
how they've dealt with it, or how they're healing on their journey.
Yes.
So just finding that tribe, finding that sisterhood, leaning on that sisterhood, not
Absolutely.
to just say you have a sisterhood, but to
Right.
lean on that sisterhood.
I say.
Um, Another thing I would say is to train your mind to be stronger than your feelings
Mm,
and
mm.
your um,
Say it one more time.
train your mind to be stronger than your feelings
Yeah.
and your boundaries stronger than your empathy.
Ooh, you said a word. Let me try. Somebody take that. Let me type it in there.
I
Train
heard
your
that
mind.
today and I was like, you know what? That hit me so hard that I had to sit in it and think.
Yes.
So train your mind to be stronger than your feelings and your boundaries stronger than your empathy.
Within your feelings. Y'all bear with me as you can't keep talking while I try to type. I'm trying to get this in. Then your
And love
feelings.
yourself unselfishly. I
Hmm.
mean, selfishly and
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
unapologetic. Love you. Um, it's okay.
Right.
It's okay to put yourself first. You
Right.
have to be taken care of first before you can take care of your children, your husband, your job. You have to be okay. So
Right. Right.
take away these tools that we've given: journaling, leaning on your sisters, dancing, getting out into nature, sitting out in the sun. I started gardening during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would say my husband got the green thumb.
Uh-huh.
But this is the first year that we put it in the ground, and it is
Wonderful.
beautiful. It is beautiful.
Wonderful.
So just pick
Be
up
sure
a
to share
hobby.
some pictures.
Say again.
I say be sure to share some pictures of your beautiful garden, the
I
harvest.
sure will. I will,
Yes.
sis. I will.
Yes. I'm sorry. I thought I'm sorry. I cut you off. I know if you want to
Oh
say
no, no, no. You're good. You're good.
I said that this may be a bit Oshunish,
Yeah.
which in regular terms a little vain, but it's not. But she said get in the mirror. Also, dress down to the nines. Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do, baby.
Yes,
I don't
honey.
care if
Yes.
I'm coming out my room to come to this office to see you on
Listen,
this
and
camera. I'm just
sit on the couch.
baby, cross your legs,
Cross
okay?
your legs.
That is a great mental pickup. My, the old folks used to say, put your face on, baby. Put
Yes,
your
honey.
face
Yes.
on, and you just be a different person. It feels good. I love, it's like you got to dress up for no one but yourself.
Self.
It's an energy booster. And so I do that a lot, honey. If I'm feeling a little down, I'm like, let me go in my closet and get something cute. And then most of the time, yeah, it's gonna be yellow or some green loud colors. And baby, I'm out there, honey. And I'm like, yes, I'm flying
Beautiful.
like a peacock. I'll be out there strutting my face like a
Strutting
peacock,
that
baby,
stuff.
strutting
Strut,
that
sis.
stuff. Yes. So that is very key. So do those things, that thing that makes you happy, that thing that brings you joy. I learned these words over the last couple of years with me really transforming mentally, emotionally, getting myself together is do what serves you well, as long as it's not impeding upon anybody else's life, harming them.
Ashe,
Do what
yes.
serves you, no matter how it
Ashe.
looks, how it sounds. Do what serves you, because everybody else is going to benefit from you being great
You.
and beautiful and
Fabulous.
joyful. Everyone benefits from you being joyful, from you feeling a great way about yourself. So do it, because they gonna thank you later. They gonna be like, "Ooh, do that again. What did you do? Go do that again. Put on that
Hmm.
green lipstick that made you talk so sweet to me, or whatever." I know my husband be like, "Baby, you want to go to the garden store? You want to put on some clothes?" He be like, I'm like, "You trying to tell me something?" He know that it sets me in a mood, and he knows that he's gonna get the best from it, because I'm gonna be loving on him, be smiling at him and stuff.
Hmm.
He's
Yep.
gonna get it, because I'm feeling the way I'm feeling real sexy. I'm gonna flirt. So I love doing those things. So that is really good stuff. Nuru said, be a mind boss. Yeah, I like that. Be
Yes.
a mind
Ashe.
boss. Yes. I'm gonna see if I got this right. Where my comment go?
When EI said Ori and me works, yes,
Yes,
it
or be.
definitely works.
And y'all
Yes.
get with Ifa to me. She does have an Ori and Me class where she can teach you how to tap into that Ori. And that's just, again,
Yes.
that's just your mental, your mind, your
Your
mind,
inner.
your inner
Yes.
voice, your intuition. That is what that Ori is for you. Let me see what I had typed it in. Let me see if I say this is what I said. That's what you said. Train your mind to be stronger than your feelings, and your boundaries stronger than your empathy. That's a
Yes.
word there, sis. That's the
Yes.
word right there, sis. I like that.
Yes.
Whoever said that, they said a word. Like the old folks in the church say that. Say
You
the
better
word.
say
Say
that.
the
You better
word.
say
Say that.
that.
Yes. Yes. Noor says selfishly and unapologetically, excuse me. Um, remember the remember who the fuck you are.
But you
That's
are
right,
that
Nuru.
that part.
Remember. And
That part.
yes. And remember, we like to say, again, them big old psychological words that we all learn because we got too much information being brought to us. We talking about, oh, I get breaking curses, or oh my, mom, I traumas and all these things. A lot of the things, yes, you have things that you have to break, cycles you have to break, but then you got cycles that you carry on, because there was a lot of great stuff that you got from your
Mhm.
ancestors, or got from your parents. We talk about, oh, my parents, I'm parent, their trauma, parents giving me trauma. Yeah, but what good did they give you? Take that
Right.
with you, and then create those new cycles. You not only, when we say I am my ancestors' wildest dream, no, I am my ancestors.
Ancestors.
I
Right.
am my egungun. So I am going to do those things and bring forth that energy, because quiet as it kept, baby. My ancestors and our elders that back in the 50s, 60s, and 30s,
Listen
they
here.
were a
Wasn't
lot
nothing to play
stronger.
with.
Baby,
Nothing to play with.
I'm a punk compared to them. Hey, we ain't got nothing on them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We have to draw on that energy and draw on those great spirits. And so that's why it's important to think about your parents' parents, or those people that have gone before you into the spirit world. Bring them in. Think about those things they used to say, the
Okay.
things they did, because that's what's going to keep us in this realm and push us forward to bring forth greater energy and greater legacies within our family. So, man,
Ashe.
uh
And
uh
not focus so much on the negative, like you said, pull in the
yes,
good. So
yes,
we get so stuck in the negative that we
yes.
don't have time for the
Mhm.
positive. So
Yes, you
making
are.
sure that you're getting that balance
Mhm,
between
mhm, mhm.
those things that need to heal and then
Yes,
giving honor and acknowledging those good qualities as
that's
well.
right. I say, Sister Nuru said they have a saying in Ghana. It goes, leave my life for me. All right. Yes.
Ooh,
Leave my
Ashe.
life for me, honey. And I
Ashe.
love that. I love that. Because no one else can live your life for you except you. Who's gonna
That's
do it?
it.
Who's
That's
gonna do
it.
it? Shoot. So you better live it. You better live it. Sir. Yes, the work is
Ashe.
good. Yes. So I'm just getting here, getting all this comments. So I really I want to make certain that I was able to give you this platform to be able to express all that you need to express. Is there anything else that you would like to leave with other wild warrior women?
No, pretty much those things.
Okay.
Train your mind,
Okay.
and also setting those boundaries. We
Yes.
set those boundaries, and
Ashe.
lean on your tribe. Lean on your tribe. They're there.
Yes.
They have come into your life for a reason. Use them.
Yes. Yes.
Use.
And I'm gonna go back to that because you said a word. We've been told, especially as Black women, you hear a lot of us saying, I'm guilty of saying it before as well. I don't get along with other women. I don't mess with women. They get messy.
Yes.
They hate
Guilty
me.
as charged.
And it's like, okay, well, somebody probably saying that about you. So let's figure
Right.
out what energies that you're bringing to the group in order to perpetuate that stereotype. So I had to really relearn that. Now I have had been a part of groups that was trauma bonding and things, but there were greatness in that as well. I
Hmm.
needed that bonding so that I could work through those things. But now I'm on the other side of it. So now I can get a new team. I can grab that group. I had to really let go of those things so that I can pick up that new group and not be afraid to open up to other women, to be afraid to express
Yes.
myself, that vulnerability that you talk about, be vulnerable with each other, not just with our
Yes. Stepping
husbands.
out of your comfort zone. You
Yes,
comfortable in that little box, so to speak, but you're
yes,
comfortable in your space. Stepping
yes.
out and getting to know other women, guilty as charged. I said the
Right,
same thing. I don't get along
right,
with women. I'd
right.
rather be hanging with the fellas and not have to worry about
Yes.
drama. But then I had to check self.
Come on.
Look at self and say, what energy, what's your energy like?
That's right.
What
For
do
you
you
to
bring into
attract
that
that.
table?
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So again, going back to self, and I love that. My husband always talk about because it's easy. I can get into a show, a movie. My favorite thing. This is my little secret obsession is watching them housewives and stuff. That reality TV.
Oh
But
goodness.
I don't. I don't watch it to live it or to admire it. I watch it to dissect it and to self-reflect. Where does that? What does that
Mm.
look like for me? Am I doing that? Because I always do it. I'll be like, "Hey, so what are we doing? So let me ask you a question." You talking about that's not us. Just want you to know that's not us. I'm like, hold on, I know. I know.
Don't bring that over here.
And I was like, I know I'm not doing it to bring out, but I'm self-reflecting. I find a message in everyone I meet. I feel like every experience is a mirror for me. So that therefore it makes me look at me. And anytime I'm in a space or in a place or within something, I am going to see where I fit in. And so that's what I pass on to others. Just always look for what you're doing in this situation.
Right.
What are you bringing? Good sisters of mine here in South Carolina, we would talk about, don't bring your shit all the time. Bring your gifts. Bring your
Exactly.
gifts. Don't
Yes.
bring your
Yes.
shit. It's gonna be there, but don't
It's
leave
gonna be
with
there.
leave with
Right.
your gifts. Leave with your
Right.
so that's what I would definitely she's about watching that Black Power
And
post. They can come for me, baby. Arrest me, baby, because I'm guilty as charged, and I'm gonna continue on as long as it serves me, because that keeps me connected as well. Because the women that I serve, I don't just serve conscious folks. I don't just serve the African or well cultured. I serve all, and especially those who were once like me, because I'm straight from the South Side, right up in the
Mhm.
hood, baby. I've been homeless with 2 children. I lived in the projects. I didn't have support. So I want to be that support for those young ladies that didn't have the understanding or education to see past their situation.
This situation,
You
right,
know what I'm
right.
saying? Give them something else to look forward to and understand that you don't have to be on the south side of Fort Worth all the time, boo. This ain't your life. You ain't got to stay here. You can move outside of that. So that's what, so I stay connected. So I want to know the lingo because I understand I'm moving up in age. So I ain't gonna always understand, when they say do your jit and get I don't know what that
I don't know what that
is.
means.
you know, so I need to keep my ear to the ground, to the streets, and so I understand what's going on. So that I'm gonna continue with our comments because they coming in fast, and I love it. That means that the audience is engaged, that we speaking a good word.
Yeah.
Iya says, she says she writing that down. Don't bring your shit, bring your gifts. Yes, that is it. Let's do that. Lead with your gifts, baby. Lead with the good you. And because
Yeah.
I'm gonna see the other part when you vulnerable. I'm gonna see all of it.
Hmm.
But don't
Yeah.
lead with that. Because if you lead with that, that turn people off sometimes. Like, I don't want to be a part of that. No, I don't want that. So lead with
Right.
your good stuff. Lead with your good shit so that people be more like, yeah, come on, I can get that.
I can get
Um,
with that.
Right. Sister Renice Weathersby said, that's good. Don't bring your sugar, honey, iced tea. Bring your gift. Yeah, that's what we don't like. Cuz. We don't like cuz. I understand, Sister Renice. That's all right. I got a potty mouth sometime and I just let it go. When I'm comfortable and I'm vulnerable, you gonna hear all them old.
Listen, you gonna hear it all.
Okay. Yes. Sister Tria said, I'm so glad I said it. Oh, tonight I need to
Thank you. Thank
you.
you,
What
sis.
do they? I do big to you. Said, give thanks. Give thanks. We are here. So as we go, I want to remind everybody that you can, where can they reach you? If they want to get in touch with you, because you're in North Carolina, right? I hope I'm safe
Yes,
to
I
do that.
am.
Okay.
Yes, I
All right.
am.
How can they
I
reach
can be reached at www.laborinlovedoulaservices.com.
you? Hmm.
Also on Facebook as Labor in Love Doula
Hmm.
LLC.
I say.
Um, and through Facebook, I can be reached here and Nkechi Omorinsola.
I
Um,
say.
and Yeah. But I do want to say thank you to you, sis. Thank you for being. Thank you, thank you,
I
thank
say.
you for your sisterhood.
I say.
Um, Thank you for this space
I say.
that you're providing to our sisters, to women, and to our men. Thank you.
Yes. Give
Thank you,
thanks.
thank you, thank you.
Give thanks, give thanks. It's my pleasure, my pleasure. And for all those who want to reach me, I am again, if I am in Nkoyo with Uhuru Mama Maternal Services. Visit me at www.uhurumama.com. I'm also if I am in Nkoyo on Facebook and Instagram. I think I'm working on getting it all together.
Yeah, the
I'm
Instagram is another beast.
Right, right. Uhuru Mama. Also, I do have a page on Facebook as uhurumama.com. I'm working on getting all the social media platforms together to be solidified as Uhuru Mama. So visit me there. I am accepting clients. I travel within the couple of 5 states within this southern region. I travel if the dime is right. I'm a travel.
Right.
We're gonna make
I'll
it
be
work.
there.
We're gonna make it do what it do. But also with Uhuru Academy, I have to remember my first love. This is our family legacy. I'm co-founder of the Uhuru Academy. We're enrolling for next year. So you can visit us there. We're also enrolling. We have a STEM camp that Baba Amin is teaming up with Dr. Oya Ma'at that they host for the 3rd year in a row. And so you can go to uhuruacademy.com to find out about that. Enroll your children. I think it's going to be for 2 weeks in July. So enroll your children. And we're enrolling for the next school year of 2024-25. Visit us there. We're going international, y'all. So we're looking to expand our platform. We want more educators. We need the funding so that we can get and keep great educators and that we can accept more students. We are looking to make sure that we have multiple platforms or multiple schools of Uhuru Academy, either online and in person. If you want us to come and show you how to start a Uhuru Academy in your area or start your own school in your area, call us, get with us, and we would definitely be there. I want to remind before, if you want to donate, if you don't have children to enroll, if you're going to donate as the sister said, dollar side of Uhuru Academy, be there. And we also, you become a Patreon make sure I do that right. Become a Patreon of Uhuru Academy to get all great little small insights there as well, and to find out about any other podcasts that we have. It's summertime is coming, so that means he say, she say, we'll be back in consistent rotation because we'll have the time. That's every Saturday. You know, you will be talking about some good stuff. So come on in there. Also, we have Juneteenth. We are hosting Juneteenth Freedom Fest here in South Carolina. So since you're not too far away, come.
I will be in attendance. God willing, in the creek don't
Yay!
rise, I will be in attendance.
Wonderful. That's beautiful. Those who are in and around, please visit us. Go to JuneteenthFreedomFest.com to get the dates. We have a Friday, a night parade where Angie Stone will be our what you call that? Dang, I just lost the word. What they like
Parade.
the something ahead, parade head, something. I forgot what they
I know
call
what
it.
you're talking about. I can't think of the word.
Everybody know what I'm talking about. And Stone would be that person for us. So come out. It's gonna be a night parade. That means it's gonna be lit up with lights and beautifulness. Then Saturday we have the Freedom Fest itself. We got some great lineup of acts. We got some great vendors and some great information that's gonna be there. So please come out to visit us there. And then it's Baba's birthday and it's Father's Day. So we got a lot going on. We're gonna be turned up as much as our middle-aged behinds can turn up. We will be turned up. All right. So y'all come visit us. And again, I just want to remind you, you've been here with me and Sister Nkechi with the Wild Warrior Wednesday, Women's Wednesday. Please tune in every first and third Wednesday. I'll be here. If you want to come in and tell your story, your journey as a Wild Warrior woman, please reach out to me. I am at www.wildwarrior@gmail. And I may have said that wrong. So just hit me up on Facebook because I ain't got all that together, y'all. Hit me up on Facebook. Say, yes, I want to join. I want to join you, be on the podcast. I have openings. Please come in and just continue to like, share, and Facebook and Uhuru Cat, not Uhuru, YouTube, that thing. YouTube, y'all come in, be my friend, talk your shit with me every Wednesday night. Be wild, be free, be yourself. It has been a great night. I really appreciate all that came in. I'm gonna make sure I get all these comments. Y'all know how I like these comments. I'm gonna make sure they get in here. So, as we go out for the night, I'm gonna put the comments in there. But I appreciate y'all hanging in there with us. Please join us next time. Again, thank you, Sistah Nkechi. I love
Thank you
y'all.
for having me.
No problem. I love y'all. Don't mind telling you. Until next time, live within your warriorness. Peace.
Yes,
Out
peace.
of here. I'm gonna try to end with the what's your name again. So hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can do it again. All right, we're gonna end with that. Oh, I did it. I messed up. Okay, and video file. Here we go. No, it's gone. I ain't gonna worry about it. It's gone, y'all. Never mind. Oh, y'all, that's it. Y'all have a good one. Next time I'll try to have some outro music for y'all. But thank you again for being in here. Grand Marshal. There my sister goes.
That's it. Grand Marshal. That's it.
Grand Marshal. She's going to be the Grand Marshal because she is from Columbia and Hopkins, South Carolina. So she's going to be there. Woo, see, teamwork make the dream work, y'all.
Right.
Do y'all thing, live in y'all's truth, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.
Let me see if I did this right, sis.